Hi, I'm George. I'm a student at school, and personally, I, like most people, enjoy using technology to talk to other people, but we still need to be careful what we are talking to others online. So, as you can expect, not everyone is who they seem to be online. The people who you're talking to can be completely different people than they seem to be. I've seen that a lot in my personal experiences. Don't know about you. You always need to be careful while you're online, no matter what. For example, on childsafety.losangelescriminal.pro, there are an estimated 500,000 online predators active each day. That is a bit of an unsettling statistic, but we shall not dwell on that. Because today, we are going through the question, how do we stay safe online with other people? Featuring my mom.
Hello, George. How are you?
Good. Do you know why you're here today?
I think so. I believe we are going to talk about how a student your age can stay safe online.
Correctamundo.
Okay. Well,
So, first of all, what do you think are the dangers of talking to people online?
the danger is not is. I think there are a few dangerous situations that someone like you, young, can be in a situation that might not be able to handle. I think that a few of those situations fall into the area of not knowing in real life who you are talking to. When you have friends around you, right, from school, we all know that universe is kind of like an enclosed group, because no matter what, the parents of those students belong to a list that the school has. So if you're friends with someone from school, we know that no matter what, if something happens, we can get to those parents somehow.
Yeah.
Now, when you are making friends online, and your friends can be here or can be in Asia for
example,
as long as I know.
For example, I have one friend in Iowa and one friend in Oregon.
Exactly. So that's the difficulty of having friends online. You really don't know. I mean, you can trust what they are saying is the truth, but it might or might not be the truth. Now, I think that it's very cool that all of you can make friends online, because being online releases teens from the anxiety of their bodies changing, their voices changing, and having to rely on your on expectations or what you perceive as expectations of yourself in relationship to other kids. That gets totally eliminated because the internet is it's a place where you can have an avatar, you can have a different name, you can have a persona that is totally different of who you are in real life. So you can build yourself to be totally what you would like to be, or someone totally different than you. And that is a big plus, right?
Yeah.
It gives you that freedom of imagine yourself being more reliant, more open, more confident. And maybe that is something that is building up right now. Right now, as far as I know, all teens are working on becoming the person that they want to be. So obviously they are still insecure if that is happening in the way they would like to be perceived by their peers. But being online allows you and all your friends and anybody on your age bracket to feel that building of confidence and persona and feel self-assured. It gives you that ability to do it without judgment, because online nobody cares about what you like or what you like, but what do you look like. And that's a great thing. To me, probably that's one of the best things that the online communities, in this case the ones that you belong to, like the gaming communities, they allow you to be someone that you would like to be in the future, but you can be that right now. Now, with that said, not knowing exactly who you're talking to, and not knowing exactly if it's true that they live in Oregon, or they live in Iowa, or they live in the Netherlands, not knowing that exposes you to certain dangers. But there are several steps that kids can take in order to remain safe while they are participating from their online communities or being with your friends. Well, first of all, I believe that you should always keep any information that can be personal to yourself. You should never share passwords.
Obviously, that's
right.
I mean,
you should never.
I don't understand what happens at your school, but
No, well, I'm not saying you do things. I'm saying those are the steps. You know your steps.
I never talked about me
great.
doing it. I'm just talking about those kids being evil.
Exactly, but I see these situations happening where there are very smart kids that are able to get a hold of pieces of information, and then they start putting them together on several months, sometimes years, until they gain your trust. And then they get a hold of your name, and next thing you know, they are applying for credit cards on your name. You don't know any of those things until you are gonna go to college, and then you're gonna apply for financial aid, and wow, you cannot, because you had debt that you never paid, and then you find out, and it's just because your identity was stolen years previous. So I'm just relating.
That didn't happen at this age.
It has happened to other people, and that's why all the advocates for safety for children online have developed these rules, so you and everybody else at your age stay safe.
Obviously not a lot of people follow them.
Exactly.
Or else I wouldn't be here recording this video, right?
Right. So that's primarily the reason why you should never disclose who you are in real life. You should never disclose who your parents are, your name, because it's not necessary, right? If it was necessary, maybe you should say something, but it is not necessary. I think that is very fortunate that the interaction online, it doesn't require you to be upfront with your real name. So it works both ways, right? It's safe for your friend, it's safe for you, and it keeps everybody in check. So it's good. So as long as you guys keep it in those terms and don't reveal your personal information or any clues, like if you are suddenly you see yourself that you're gonna be alone for 30 minutes, you don't tell people, oh, I'm gonna be alone for 30 minutes because then something can happen, right, to you.
Not very likely.
Not very likely, but kind of like that's what I'm saying. You don't disclose things that are personal to you, or that others may start getting clues of what is your routine or how your life is organized in a way that they can start observing you and say, okay, then the only thing I know about is this person. And then they start putting together a map of where you live. I am like many moms. I could imagine the worst, but imagining the worst, it helps me to advise you to stay safe. I just always try to be positive, that you know how to protect yourself. But I will always be checking on you, following the rules, right?
Yeah.
I'm convinced, absolutely, that you are a mature person and you know how to protect yourself.
But this is not for me.
Exactly.
Remember.
It's for everybody. So it's very easy to relax these rules when you feel that you can confide on a friend that you met online. But the truth of the matter is you cannot relax those rules. Those rules have to be at all times in place. If you want to be safe, if you want to enjoy yourself online, you need to follow the rules. There is no, okay, today I'm not gonna follow them and maybe tomorrow it will be okay.
Also, to repeat those rules, what are they?
Never disclose your personal information. Name, your address, how old are you, who your parents are, where do you live. None of those things. Never. Never share your passwords, no matter how innocent it is. Never. Because the password information is linked to your personal information, sometimes to your address. So if you ever share a password, that person can get to your personal information and find out where you live and find out what's your name. So that complicates things.
A lot.
And third, never hide your interactions with your online friends from your parents. Just think about it. If you cannot talk about it with your parents, that means it shouldn't be. Because your parents...
Very true most of the time.
Right? Because your parents are the ones that are in charge of your security. And if you cannot disclose who you're talking to...
But we all know that nobody will listen to that rule, right?
I know teens want to have their own privacy. And as parents, we should give some space, right? For kids to have their privacy. Just that comes as a result of our children following the rules. It just shouldn't be something that we give just to see how they do. No, I think that the rules are there for a reason, and if our teens follow the rules, then we can give them some space. But if they don't, then they have to practice, and until they can be confidence they can follow these rules without supervision, then we can give them space. So those are the rules, and to me there are not many other rules other than just these interactions online have to be according to your values. If you think that your values don't belong to what you're doing, your values in your home are very different to the values you're showing on your interactions, then probably it's not right. Other than that, I think that it's fun and it's great, and the pandemic made things very difficult in that area, and I'm very grateful that you can have friends online, because it was very difficult the whole year not being able to see your friends as often as you wanted to see them.
Friends?
Your friend. I got it. But on the other hand, you made other friends, and those are good friends.
Well, thank you for this insightful conversation. I honestly did not expect to learn anything from this. I thought it would just be me recording this and then that's it.
No, you always learn something new. I'm glad you did this project. Very proud of you.
Well, I'm always in need of some more good footage.
Very good. I gotta go because I have work to do.
Yes, I'll leave you to preparing your next lesson for your classes.
That's right.
But thank you for this very insightful conversation. And I will see you again, but not in this episode.
In the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Wait. I need more footage. And so there I was, wondering what I should do. If this even was a good idea. Should I just restart the project again? And try to do a podcast?
I'm not sure.
And then he showed up. And so, now it's time to introduce you to the
FLAMBE CHICAN
guy. So this is Trace, hyperactive kid extraordinaire. Also my friend and somehow second guess. But we'll get to that in just a bit. And so, here we were again. What? Whoa! A wild Trace appeared.
Hello, George. Do you want to have a sleepover with Baby Yoda?
What? Trace, I'm editing. This is not the time.
But it is the time for me, buddy.
Idea time. Hey Trace, what do you know about staying safe online?
Huh? That's completely unrelated. What?
Yeah, what do you know about this wonderful subject?
I'm not
you had better stay here because I need more footage.
I'm sure, I guess.
Yeah, Trace. What do you know about this subject?
Well, I know not to talk to strangers and not to do dangerous stuff.
Yeah, that's part of it. Describe it more.
Well, just simply, I think you should just be safe online. I don't really know too much about this. Can you teach me?
Sure. By the way, where are you?
Oh, I'm at my house right now, but if you want me to, I could quickly come over so we can make this easier.
Hi, Trace.
Guess what? Guess what? I'm gonna sprint over to your house faster than the Flash. Watch this. 10 seconds, I'll be in your room exactly. 9, 8.
I guess this is another thing now. Oh no!
Oh, I'm here now. I just sprinted here from my house that is 2 miles away in like 10 seconds, boy. I'm amazing. So yes, George, can you teach me more about this online safety stuff? I want to know more. It sounds really cool.
What?
Teach me more about this online safety stuff.
What? How did you get here?
Well, I mean, your door's not that hard to unlock, and I kind of phased through the first one.
And that's what all good boys do.
Yeah, I'm amazing. So, George, come on, teach me. My parents don't know I'm gone, so we gotta make this quick. Like me. So, speak.
You know, what you learned in class, pretty much. You do remember
Come
your
on,
online
George.
skills class, right? Right?
Yeah? So you didn't learn anything? Like, I'm confused.
So, what are the pros and cons of talking to other people online?
I'm not really sure, George. Why don't you explain it to me?
Are you sure you're not sure?
Oh, I'm not sure. Let's teach me. And them.
Good boy.
And the, invisible camera thing that, you know, people in the cartoon shows always talk to. Come on, teach me about pros and cons.
So, first of all, you can talk to a large variety of people compared to what you normally could do and build nice relationships with other people.
Yeah.
Plus,
like on
it's pretty
Discord.
much one of our only options right now. After all, that's where we're wearing these things.
Yep. It's Corona time.
That was just too much for me. Second of all, it should also be noted that you can be a non...
Cut that out too. Alright,
Second of all, you can also know that you're being anonymous online. So you can have your own alter ego compared to who you normally are. You can be whoever you want. And people can't really judge you unless you told them that much about you because they've never met you before.
Yeah. That's what I love about the internet. So what else?
But that also comes as a double-edged blade because just as you can be whoever you want, the person you're talking to could be anyone from a 9-year-old who wants to make a friend with somebody, or...
A predator.
What kind, kid?
A child predator.
Wow! Let's give this kid a reward!
Yes, because he taught me earlier about that. So what else, George?
What else?
Well, I do know a pro is that you can make a lot of friends, and it's really fun to talk to people online, especially when you're feeling lonely. But a con is you don't always necessarily know who you're talking about. Is that right, George?
Yes, that is a reiteration of what I just said.
Yep.
Thank you for listening to me.
I'm sorry.
For once in your life.
Alright, well, those are a good amount of the pros and cons about online safety. George, would you like to leave it off on a note?
So, in conclusion, there are a lot of benefits to talking to other people online. You can make a lot of new friends if you know what you're doing, and you also can be whoever you want to be online. But because of that,
you have to be careful and talk to people that you feel and know are safe.
And even then, you have to be careful.
Yes. You know, because if you don't know somebody in real life, and you met them online, you still, no matter who they are, how old they say or look, always be careful because you never know, you know? So, yeah, be careful online. Thank you for watching this. This is Trace and George on the Online Safety Pros and Cons.
The Dawn of Tracer!
The Dawn of Tracer. Alright, bye now. I'm gonna build Lego Yoda! Oh, gotta cut that out, editor. Blue, I would die. I would do what I would die if I was deep. I'd do, ba-ba-dee-ba-da-do. If I blue, I would eat, I would die. I would eat, I would die. If I'm blue, blue, I would die. I would do what I would die if I was deep. I'd do, ba-ba-dee-ba-da-do. If I blue, I would eat, I would die. I would eat, I would die. If I'm blue, blue, I would die. I would do what I would die if I was deep. I'd do, ba-ba-dee-ba-da-do. If I blue, I would eat, I would die. I would eat, I would die. If I'm blue, blue, I would die. I would do what I would die if I was deep. I'd do, ba-ba-dee-ba-da-do. If I blue, I would eat, I would die. I would eat, I would die. If I'm blue, blue, I would die. I would do what I would die if I was deep. I'd do, ba-ba-dee-ba-da-do. If I blue, I would eat, I would die. I would eat, I would die. If I'm blue, bam, done. FLAMBE CHICAN!
You're going to take up way too much space on my computer, Trace.
I'm recording an autobiography. I exist too. I'm George's friend Trace, by the way, for anybody that didn't know. Oh, here it is. Ah! Can I get a hiya? Hiya. Oh yeah, hiya, hiya. Ooh, a light. Would you like to get blinded? You're blind now. So this is the life of me. I'm in George's house. He's my friend. And I should stop recording because he's getting mad at me. Sorry, George. Ooh, let me show you something cool. Guess what? You're never going to know what it is. You're never going to know. It's Lego Baby Yoda. Like, come on. This isn't cute. We're going to build this later in a time lapse. So, teach me more about this online safety stuff. I'm interested.
Well, Trace, did you know how many sexual predators there are online?
No, not really, but, you know, I've never really thought about that. I've always been like, I don't really want to do that. That doesn't seem cool, and this seems like a sketchy website, so I'm going to stay off of it. That's really all I do. I just don't go on stuff that doesn't seem safe. Like online safety. Could you teach me more about how to avoid this, though? George, come on. Come on.
We're talking about the pros and cons of staying safe online.
Oh
I
my.
mean, pros and cons of talking online.
Well, George, I definitely know that a pro is you meet new friends and over time, you do have to be careful, though.
Cut! Keep going.
Over time, you do have to be careful, though, because, you still don't know the person in real life. So I do know that you can make a friend on it, but the cons are that friend can possibly be a child predator, like you mentioned earlier. That's pretty much all I know, so I just talk to people.
Yes, we all know you do. And you talk. A lot. That's why this is for you.
Cut! And now...
You don't get any cuts.
No, cut! Cut. I'm seriously, cut. I'm serious. George, I'm serious. Cut. Haha, George thinks I'm taking up storage on his computer.
Trace harasses George. 1990 colorized.
My George. Also, we've got a Baby Yoda, too. Yes, he's my George. My George smell good. Your head smell real good.